Be targeted throughout the game. It's Beckham's Giants going up against Nelson's Packers. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think you identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lambeau. Bobby Rainey now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Giants. There's Eli Manning along with Larry Fitzgerald, of course. He was named the co-winner of the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. A big honor, not only in the eyes of the NFL, but in the eyes of the NFL community.
It's one of those honors that's above the other ones because you're giving of yourself to others. And that's what Eli's been doing for a long time, not just in the quarterbacking because he's been an excellent player for the Giants, but, of course, himself, his community, his family, you name it. He shared that honor with Larry Fitzgerald in 2016, and expect more of that to come from Eli Manning, as well as some pretty good football, too.
And it'll be his 14th season in 2017.
False start, offense. Still first down.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Shotgun now for Manning. And here the hookup good to Victor Cruz. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. They run again with Jennings. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. Here we go now with a look at the offensive starters for the New York Football Giants.
And Rashad Jennings, a running back, 7th-round pick when he came out. People tended to overlook him a little bit. But the last half of 2015, when he got the ball full-time, he showed his wares. Over 800 yards, he definitely has a 1,000-yard season in his future.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Throwing is Manning on third down. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On now is Brad Wing to kick it away for the Giants. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. The first carry now. This is Lacy. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So second down on 2-yard line. You're not in desperation mode here. What do? You go to the ground, you pass. I guess either's an option.
Yeah, I think it depends on how much you trust the guy who throws the football. Because if you trust him, now's a great time for a little play action and going up top.
On second down, Lacy. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Here's Jacob Shum now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He won't go down. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Surveying the field. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Clay Matthews is an absolute force. Multiple Pro Bowls as an outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Manning gonna throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Here's Brad Wing now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this Green Bay Packers offense will be commanded by Aaron Rodgers. Season 2016, Charles, obviously didn't end the way they wanted to, but what a run for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers from 4-6 to the NFC Championship game.
And that's what we'll remember the most, right to the brink of going to another Super Bowl for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. But I can't help but reflect on the 4-6 start. So many people were questioning Aaron Rodgers during that time. What was wrong with his mechanics? Why weren't they doing things a certain way? He answered those critics in a massive way.
Last 11 games, 30 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Rodgers now on first down. Finding time. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And for this offensive unit, Eddie Lacy, sometimes he even has the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there, because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. One back is Lacy. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Now a play fake here on first down.
And Cook has it, left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And Nelson's got it here right side. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
And the 2016 NFL Comeback Player of the Year was Jordy Nelson. He had a fantastic year after the knee injury in 2015. Well over 1,000 yards again. And once again, he was the #1 target for Aaron Rodgers.
NFL high 14 receiving touchdowns. What dimension does he add that makes them so good on offense?
Dependability as well as speed. All right, Jordy Nelson's the type of guy who can run any route you want, yet he can also take the top off of a defense, as we like to say, by running past people. It's a heck of a combination to deal with. Plus, Aaron Rodgers knows when he gets in trouble, he just looks for Jordy Nelson, and 9.9 times out of 10, he'll find a way to get open.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, for the Giants defense here, looking forward to next season, what do they need to improve and where are they solid?
I think that they'll want to continue to get better at the linebacker position. I think they want to add another pass rusher because Olivier Vernon, who was a free agent pickup in 2016, did a tremendous job coming off the edge. I thought they really shored up their interior with Damon Harrison, a defensive tackle. Landon Collins played at an MVP level on the defensive side of the ball as safety, and Janoris Jenkins became an eraser out on the corner.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Rodgers to throw on second down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Following the penalty now, Lacey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. On first down, Manning caught. It's Cruz left side. 26 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a New York first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the offense has it first and 10. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning now on first down. His throw incomplete.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. This is Jennings, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning. He's got time. Look at the time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. On third and long, it's Manning. He's got time in the pocket. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Perry in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
319! They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. One receiver left, 2 to the right. On second down, here's Rodgers. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Surveying the field. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A couple of years ago, Cobb signed that 4-year, $40 million deal. Since then, the numbers have been down a little bit, although last year only played 13 games. Yeah, and I wouldn't be as concerned with the numbers dropping if I were a Packers fan, because remember, Davante Adams has developed as a player, and his numbers have gone up. You got Jordy Nelson back to full health in 2016. He's going to catch a lot of passes, almost caught 100 in that season. Jared Cook at tight end. That's a new weapon Green Bay didn't have for a while. And don't forget, Randall Cobb spent some time as a running back when all the injuries hit the backfield. So his versatility is still a major plus for Green Bay. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And Cook has it left side. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, here's Lacey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Crosby puts it through, and that will make it 6-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Rainey to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They come out here in the eye. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down. Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants defense getting ready to go here. And 3 points surrendered on the last drive against them. They bent a little bit, but they didn't break.
I like that, and that's not always wrong. We run into a lot of coordinators that talk about, well, if I give up 3 points, my whole day is ruined. Actually, it's not. Just giving up field goals usually gives your team a chance to win if you're playing good defense.
Yeah, especially in the National Football League. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Rodgers now on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's
You know
go.
I like to do that
Let's
randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver? Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Jacob Shum now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And tough starting field position here. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 95 yards. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And his kick is right through. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, they'll get 16 yards there. And it'll give the Packers a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Finding time. Out to the flat for Lacey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Fresh set of downs here.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. 319. 319.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers to throw once more. And complete, right side to Cook. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A final shot before half for Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both teams have arguably played well enough to be leading at this point, but you see the score and realize this one may very well come down to the wire. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, quick pass is complete, and he ends up at their own 49-yard line. Packers, though, settle for just a field goal. Packers with the ball midway through the 2nd. The pass will be caught over the middle, and he'll end up picking up 28 yards on the play. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. Now to late in the 2nd. The pass is complete near the sideline, and nobody can stop them on this long touchdown. They go ahead by 1. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you out to it. Here's Brandon Godden.
All right, thank you, Larry. Plenty of intrigue to come. A 1-point game as we get set for half 2. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Set to return, this is Jeff Janis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. They had a pretty solid first half. Not many adjustments, but I guess there's probably always some adjustments that can be made.
Usually it's just tightened down on the things we've worked on all week in practice. Everyone thinks adjustments are bringing in something absolutely new. For the most part, it's tweaks or just emphasizing what you've worked on already. And that's what they're planning to do here in the second half.
They won't be looking to reinvent the wheel. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They start the second half with Lacy. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Say what you want about Eddie Lacy. He is really important to his team, and right now they're holding him down well below his normal yardage total, and his team's losing the game.
And we talk about it so often, how tough he is to bring down, but they found a way to do it.
Yeah, I think gang tackling, getting a lot of people to him, that's the key to everything. Not many guys can take him down one-on-one consistently.
He's got time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's caught. Nelson. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Rodgers. He's got now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed inbounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's third down. 5 yards to gain here on third down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the gun on third down, Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. We get a look now at the Giants' defense as they file into position. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. On first down, Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Packers are going to have a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a 10th carry here for Lacy. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Third down, 15 yards still needed. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So all 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
And all these field goals are great, but it's touchdowns that win games for you in the NFL. So you just wonder if settling for 3 on some of these drives is going to come back to haunt him.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. We focus our attention on the Green Bay defense as they head out. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop. They start the drive with Jennings. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's first down, New York.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They go play action here on first down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So here we go, first and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. From midfield, here's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, that's the Kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On play action, it's Manning. Cruz has it over the middle. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Throwing on first down is Manning. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Jennings. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now the offense lining up first and 10. Manning now on first down. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. And on second and 10 now.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Manning will try again on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll try to run now with Jennings. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Rashad Jennings taking it in from a yard out. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Rashad Jennings touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Surveying the field. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Rodgers now on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
4 down, 4 down.
319!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. In the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been terrific so far. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
I got number 23. I got you, 23.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now it's Jennings. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now they'll throw it with Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First and 10. Here's Manning. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jennings. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. 10 yards still left on second down. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. He's back to throw. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Second down following the incompletion. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. To throw is Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. And they're going to speed things up here. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
Now Rodgers. Finding time. His pass caught at the 4. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Defense showing blitz. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
Rodgers will throw for it. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
So the decision is they'll go again for 2, but this will be from the 12. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He's back to throw. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
One final try now for Manning. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.